Good evening and welcome back. So let's see. um, I still might be dropping a few frames, but I hope it's a bit better than yesterday. No guarantees that it stays like that, even though it's jumping all over the place. I have no idea why. I checked everything here, so it has to be something on the internet provider, so like I said, I have no idea what the issue is. I hope it's still bearable enough so that you can view. If not, say something in chat that delays are too heavy, that you don't hear me, anything like that. I will try to investigate more, but don't know at the moment. But let's jump back in here. Yesterday I fixed a few things with my AI behavior and schedule. So let's have a look at that. So they should be starting to walk around in a minute. Or in a moment. So now he's getting dressed and he should do his daily routine. And he saw us, but he didn't see us long enough so that we could stop him for any reason. So that's something I want to check today to see if I can figure that part out. And if we advance the day a bit, they should go home and go to bed. And then go through the evening routine. So let's have a look. So at the moment he's just standing there. And now he got undressed and he's lying down. And now he's sleeping. And over there we can see that she's doing the same. Okay. So that part works, and let's see if they can wake up again. So that was one of the issues I had yesterday, and I hope I fixed that. Okay, so now he got up, and he should get dressed. Yeah, he got dressed, and now he's doing his routine again. So that works. But there's still a few issues here. One of the issues is if we stand in front of them a bit too long, they just stop. Oh, okay, now he's not doing that. He did that yesterday, so let's try this again. Just stand here for a moment. Then move out of his way. Okay, so he's continuing his route. That's good. Let's see if it's happening for her as well. Okay, yeah, she saw us. And if we talk to her, just look at that and see if she's continuing her routine now, which doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, so now she's stuck. So if we talk to someone, they get stuck. But if we stand in front of them, they don't get stuck. Okay, so he got stuck as well. Okay, so there's still stuff there that's not quite right. So let's have a look at that. Let's first go in here. Damn it. Let's open up the behavior tree. And let's see what we are doing here. So if we see the player, I want them to rotate to the scene actor, wait 2 seconds, and then change back to the previous state. That seems to be working, but it doesn't work if the previous state is cease player. So if we stand in them for too long, in front of them for too long, the previous state is cease player and it never gets out of that. So that's not good. And this part here definitely didn't work at all. We are not doing anything here. Other than waiting 5 seconds. Let's change that to a second. And see, maybe it did work, but I just didn't wait long enough. So let's try that again. Just wait for them to get into their routine. Okay, so the time was just a bit longer than usual, but we still have the issue that they're not facing us if we talk to them, and if we stand in front of them too long, then they get stuck, which doesn't seem to be happening here now. Okay, so let's stand in front of her a really long time. Let's just look at her and don't do anything for a few seconds. Okay, so now she's stuck there. So that's something I need to look into. Okay. And he's stuck now as well. Okay, so that's not good. So let's see. What are we doing in here? So we check if we are in use type talk. And then we set is talking to player like that. That seems to be okay. We are not standing in front of them too long, so let's go in here and check this. So sorry about that. So in this case we check if we are in line of sight and distance is correct and the player is valid. Then we check if the state key is cease player. If that is true, I am checking if we are sleeping. And if that is false, I'm setting this to cease player. And if this is false, we are setting our previous key to our current state key and then check if we are sleeping, if we are not sleeping. Okay. I think I have this in here so that we are not, when the characters, the NPC is sleeping and the player character walks past them, that they are not rotating in bed and try to look at them. That's why I have this in there. So it looks like I have an online monitor open on a second monitor, on another monitor, and it looks like as if my upstream is going down every 40 seconds. So there's something happening that's pushing it down all the time. And it's roughly 40 seconds apart. I have no idea what that could be. That's the issue. Strange. Okay. But back to this. So I think the first thing, if we are already in cease player, I kind of want to change this. I think basically if they already see us, they should break out of that and move on. So they should have their state key set to the previous key. And then move out of this basically. So all this here we don't need. Let's move this down a bit. So I want the state key to be set to our previous state key. Okay, so they basically should break out of that state. So if we're just standing in front of them without doing anything, then they should just walk past us at a moment later. So let's check that. So we are standing in front of him. But he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, so once we move away from him, he's doing that, but we talk to him. It didn't change anything there, so let's check the character. There it is. And let's see the do dialog. We are in use type talk. And if we end the dialog, we are in use type idle. So check back in here. We are checking if the use type is talk. And if that is true, we are setting the talk state. If that's not true, we are doing other checks here. Ah, okay, I see what the issue is. So if we are standing in front of the NPC, then we are overwriting the previous state with our seized player. No, the previous state is talking. And then we set it to seized player. And once we move away, its setting is talking to player. But there's no way to get out of here, so we need to add checks to this. Okay. I have an idea. I could, if I check my enum, the NPC state, I still have this idle in here that I'm not using for anything. So basically what we could do is use the idle state to go back to, basically. So every time we finish a state, we go to idle, and idle would kind of restart looking at stuff. So it would basically jump back in here. So here, if that's false, I want to fall back to idle. So let's add a custom event. Call it fall back to idle. For some reason, it didn't rename this properly. And here we are basically setting this to idle. And we do that every time anything is false. No, that's, oh, damn it. Let's see. Okay, so let's rename this. Fall back to idle. Now we need to set the state here to idle. And every time we go into a state that we already are in, we fall back to idle. So we don't need the previous state here. We should be able to just fall back to idle and have him recheck. So we also don't need to set the previous key. Just go in here. Let's collapse that to a function and have this as an input. Now let's have the return node with two outputs. Okay, that doesn't work. Just return this here. Check if turning to same state. And then we have branch after this. And only if it's not the same case, Then we go here, so that would be C's player. And then we will do all these checks in here. And we'll do the same up here. And if that is false, we would set all this. Okay, let's try that. See if that's doing anything. Even though we need to change something here, because at the moment the idle state is not handled. So let's copy this and set this here to idle. Connect it. Let's just point to, damn it, point to 0.2 seconds here. And then jump back into this. Save that. Let's see if that is doing anything. Talk to them, and now we move away, and he's moving on. So let's check with her. She's moving on, and we talk to her, and she's moving on. Awesome. So that worked. And if we just stand in front of them, they also stand there. But if we move away, they are still stuck. So it didn't work completely. So if we just block their way for too long, they get stuck. That's not good. Can we get them out of it? Not really. No. That's not good. Okay, so let's have a look. What are we doing in here? So if we are calling fallback to idle, it should set this to idle. Which should go in here. Once this is called, we should go to idle and then do everything that's supposed to be done in here, which is just wait for a moment and then go back in here. Maybe this needs to be longer. Okay. So that's not really what it's supposed to. Let's try this again. See if maybe the 1 second delay there helps this. Because it would, I think it would jump over a few ticks. I think it might be a completely unrelated issue. Let's see. No, she's not stuck now. Just stay in front of him for a moment. And then move away. Yeah, okay, now he's stuck. He's also not getting out of that again, so let's check what he's doing. Yeah. Okay, so he's getting stuck in wait. Yeah, because he's always calling this again, which shouldn't be the case. So if we go in here, he should get, wait, which, he's stuck in C's player and he's stuck in waiting. Because he's always returning to that. So let's go in here and check that. So if we are already in C's player, we should fall back to idle, which apparently doesn't happen. Okay, I have another idea. Maybe this is the issue here. Because we don't need to fall back to the previous state. Save that. Maybe that was the issue, that it always returned to something that it couldn't handle. Because the return to previous state had the wrong keys selected. Yeah, the problem is that for the main map I can't just jump in and test on the spot because I'm using world composition and I'm using a different starting point and all the character data is not loaded properly. So that's why I created this empty test map for AI. Okay, now it's moving again. Let's see if we can stop her. Let's talk to her. And she's moving again. So now we just stand in front of her. And we move away. Okay. So something doesn't seem to work here. Yeah, if we kind of force ourselves in front of them for too long, they get stuck in here. Just remove everything from this that could cause issues. Let's just wait 1 second and see what the issue is. Okay, so it's a combination of both of them seeing the player and kind of talking to the player. I'm not sure. Because now she's walking away again. Let's stop him. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure, but it could be fixed. No. No, they are still stuck in here. Let's change that. Because that's different on the other ones. So let's see if that's maybe something different. Oh, on value change, let's set this up as the other ones so that we don't get any issues here. So let's try this. Okay. Looks like it fixed itself somehow. Let's just see, can we stop both of them at the same time? No, not really. Oh wait. So if he's stopping because he saw us, and so if two NPCs saw me, then they get stuck? Okay. I think that's the issue. So basically they are not this is not refreshed properly on the controller. Okay, I have an idea. So if I set the cast fail here to idle, let's remove that. The issue is that it should... Yeah, we are setting the scene actor and then we set that. So let's see. So I need to get them, both of them, to look at me somehow. Let's see if that's... the issue. Because if I just walk away now, he's moving again. Basically need to wait for her to find this waypoint around here and then see if that's the issue. Because if I walk away from him, then yeah. So it's a strange case here. Yeah, I think I got both of them again. Can I somehow reset them? Nope. I mean, the thing is, they should. Yeah. Once it's time for them to go home, they should stop and go home, basically. So I think it's a glitch I can live with. Because as far as I know, it should seldom be the case that two characters are so close to each other and stop there. And I also want to make them do other stuff later, so that should be okay. Good. But I think it has something to do with the perception system. And because in some cases it didn't print the screen message here. Didn't do this, but it still had them waiting for us. So there's still something not quite right with the system, but it's okay for the moment. Okay, so now I want to do something else. Something that I wanted to do for a long time, because if I click on the NPC to talk to them, they should face me. And there's a note in here that should do that, but this doesn't do anything for me. Okay, so here we have the scene actor. which might not be the right thing. So we might also need to add something to the blackboard here. Because this I'm overwriting once we see someone, which in our case is only the player at the moment, but later on I also want that to be other characters. So basically I want this to happen, so that they should see other characters and but are not in line of sight with the player. So yeah, we need another key here. It would be an object. Player actor. First person character. And then I want to face that. So let's have a look. Yeah, let's do that. No, let's not do that because that could cause issues. Not 100% sure where I would set that though. Even though I can just set this at the beginning here. So before I do anything on every tick, I'm setting this to my player. Oh, the player actor key is already in here, okay. But this I'm setting to wait, am I using this? Oh yeah, I'm doing that already, so I don't need that. Delete that. Just need to set this up properly in here. I think I know what the issue is. We don't have this exposed. So let's compile that. And then we have a few things in here. So the player actor would be our player actor, and our previous state key would be previous state, even though we are not using that anymore. And the rest should be fine. Yeah. Save that. And then let's set this up correctly as our player actor. See if that works now. I think that was the issue, that I didn't have this set up properly. Let's test that. Okay, so it's not doing it here. Okay, so it's not doing anything there, so I might need to do that somewhere else. Or it's just not working. That could also be the case. Created a task for that. Let's see. Rotate to point. Then we take the play actor there, see if that works. Okay, that didn't do anything. Okay, so that definitely didn't work at all. Nope. Does it do anything in here? Okay, I think I've gotten him stuck there. Oh no. Now he's doing stuff again. But he's not rotating to face us at all. Let's see, maybe it didn't save that correctly. No, it doesn't do anything. Let's see. Maybe I disabled controller rotation. Set control rotation from pawn rotation. From pawn orientation. See if I turn that off. We get then. No difference. Okay, so that's. Oh damn! Let's have a look at our character. Ah, okay. So if I'm setting this here. Controlled by a player controller. Let's see, does that change anything? Nope. Okay, now let's check if with that option set if they are moving in the right direction and all that stuff. So that I didn't break anything by that. Okay, looks like it. Okay. So my rotate to point doesn't work. Let's try the standard thing again. Rotate to face BB entry. Just blackboard. Player actor. Save that. Let's see if that is doing anything. Oh yeah, this is doing something now. It is not really smooth, but it did something. I mean, it also got him stuck. okay? That was a bit creepy. We walked up to her and then she flipped around basically. And he's still facing us. Ew, that's not good. Because he's stuck in that state now. So he's ignoring line of sight. And he's stuck in that phase. Or that state animation, so... Yeah, they both are. And since I don't have turn animations, this is happening. It's really creepy. Don't hide from them. Problem is they don't need line of sight anymore. Ah, damn it. So... why is it getting stuck in this state? It shouldn't be the case. Because we should check for a specific distance only. Oh, I think I know what the issue is. Because we're not falling back to idle once we run through all of these. And so this is false, and we never change the state. So we run through this here. We are no longer in line of sight, and the distance is gone. So this is false. We are not talking to them, so this is also false. False, this is false. And here we didn't have anything to fall back to. So let's check that. Okay, so he's no longer looking at us. But he has some issues now. Yeah, something else is broken now. Yeah, the issue is... Ah, damn it. So I can't fall back to... Ah, damn it. So I can't just fall back to idle here. I need to check if we are in... If we are in here. Okay, now we have the issue that she's ignoring us. But I think I fixed the other issue. We can't get her to stop and face us. Yeah, no. Ah, damn it. Okay, so I don't think it fixed it for him. Because he's still facing us. Even though we are no longer in line of sight. Ah, no. Yeah, no, that's not working properly. So if I don't have that in, they get stuck. If I have it in, then they sometimes get stuck, but sometimes don't. Or in some cases, they just ignore us. Oh, damn it. It's really strange. Let's see. Did have something open here. Okay, so I think I'll leave it at that state for the moment, and I still need to figure out. Sorry about that. Still need to figure out something else here, but I think I will remove that and just have it if we are talking to them, then they face us, because that is working now. Even though it's really abrupt if we are standing behind them and talk to them, they just flip around. Which looks a bit strange, but it's okay. Let's see, what else do I want them to do? Let's see if they are able to sit down on a chair when they find them. So, blueprint, interactive furniture. Let's just put on a chair here. Let's see if they are using that chair. Just need to hit that chair, that's the issue. Or the trigger around the chair. Come on, someone use that waypoint here. Okay. Let's put this chair next to a lot of waypoints. Okay. Now the chances should be higher that someone of them hits that and tries to interact with it. Or they can just walk past it completely, ignoring them. Ah. Okay. Derek is interacting with a chair. That's awesome. And Viola is as well. Nice. And now he's standing up again and is doing something else. Awesome. Perfect. So that part is also working now. Which is good. So, I'll just leave you here watching them for a moment. I need to get something to drink. Be right back, but I will leave this just running. Okay, so that part is working. That's good. Nice, nice, nice. So now I just need to figure out more interactive furniture and stuff like that. So that it looks like they are doing specific things in specific locations. The other thing that I have in here is a bed, but I'm not quite sure if that's working. Okay. Which one is non save game instance? Okay, so it doesn't matter at the moment. Yeah, okay, it saves the interacted actor, so that's why this is causing this, but it should be okay. Even though it is a bit strange. that the save game instance is none here. Because the game instance should be there. But okay, we haven't loaded the game yet. So that might be the issue. So the save game instance is not declared. Here I'm just doing the config save, so wait, no, here I'm loading. Oh, I load that stuff, so that's okay now. Something else. Yeah, the save game instance is null at that point. That is true. But that doesn't matter, because once we're in the proper game, then it should be okay. Which reminds me, that map worked. So let's see if it works in the actual game levels as well. Yeah, damn it, now we have the shaders compiling. Okay, we have some people getting dressed. That's good. Yeah, but the problem at the moment is that the shaders are compiling, so its performance is horrible. And for some reason the gate is closed. That's not good. So let's let the shaders compile here and load another save game. Can also load levels in here so that this works a bit better. Even though now it tries to do the navigation. Okay, so shaders are done. Navigation should be done in a moment as well. And I'm still dropping frames like crazy. But I mean, it's the OBS shows me drop frames detected every 2 minutes. So it's something regular, and I have no idea what. Oh yeah, that's also something I want to look into. Because I kind of want to have each of the characters have an area around them where they generate the nav mesh, so that I can just throw a character in and don't need to generate a nav mesh for them, so they kind of generate that on the fly. Not sure if that will kill my performance even more, but something I wanted to try at some point. Okay, so let's jump in and see if this works now. So let's load this save game. And see what my AI is doing. At the moment they're getting dressed, which is a good thing. And then let's see. So you two are just in here, right? Yeah, you're just standing around here. So I think I stopped those two. Okay, now she's leaving the house. Let's see, at about 9, the Smith should go to work. But she isn't doing that. Damn it, now she's stuck there. Okay, the librarian is not moving around. Okay, now she is. And she should also sit down on the chair when she hit that trigger. Okay, so I might need to move the chair a bit closer. Okay. Yeah, the Smith is still stuck. So that issue is not fixed. Damn it. And we also need to kind of walk past characters for them to actually move around. So we kind of need to wake them up. So we need to be in proximity to wake them up. Which is also something strange. They should be moving around on their own without me waking them up. But I mean, now he's running around there like crazy. This guy is leaving the house, which is also fine. The cook is running around, the barmaid is stuck. Now he's getting stuck here for some reason. Okay, so now he moved on. Good. Yeah, the fact that we need to kind of wake them up or initialize them by going next to them is an issue. It's a big issue because I want them to move on their own and be in place properly when I enter the town. Not just basically knock on their door and say, "Hello, I'm here now, you can move." Whoa. That's not good. That's our Westgate guard, and she's sleeping on the street. Because for some reason she didn't get home. Hello? Are you going home now? No. Yeah, now she's just lying down again. So, okay, there are still issues. Lots of them. Yeah. Okay, so on the test map, it kind of worked, but not completely. So, what could be the issue? They should probably tick here. So that strange thing. Because in some cases the root wasn't really the root. But I thought they fixed that already, but let's add that in. Let's see. Okay, so this is ticking. Every 0.4 to 0.6 seconds. Problem is I don't want to have that tick too often, because every tick takes performance. Did I have set for this? No, unless here was this updating. Set to friendlies. Okay, all that should be okay. Starts enabled. Okay, let's have that in there. Not quite sure what that is. Let's have a look at our villager AI. Allow took before begin play. Take before begin play. Let's set that. Placed in the world. Placed in the world of spawn, even though I'm not spawning AI, but I might do that later. Okay, so I don't need that. Don't use replication. That's a single player game. Okay. Not sure if I have origin shifting turned on. Don't think so. Let's see if that changes anything. Okay, so there's no one moving out of there. But it could also be the time that they are not. They don't need to be out yet. But I know that at 9 she should move to her work location. So let's wait for that to happen. Nope. That didn't happen. No, she's not doing anything. Ah, damn it. so he's just standing around. So I basically broke that. Broke what happened before, so what did I change? So I changed this place or spawned. And I changed the tick interval, and I changed that. So that definitely something happened, but for some reason I didn't get them to move around. Yeah, this got stuck. Okay, so the other change was on the controller, that they attached that to the pawn. Not sure if that's doing anything. Yeah, nothing is happening here. So it definitely broke something somewhere. And he's not even facing us anymore. None of them are. Even if they saw us, yeah, they're not facing us. So that's not good. That's And this I also changed for some reason. I mean, the default value was wrong, I think, but I changed this. I think I changed something on the controller as well, on the perception. I think that might be the issue that we have here. Yeah, nothing is changing here. So let's go to the controller, AI perception, and what did I change? Nothing. Because this was already set like that before. This here. Strange. Damn it. Let's just see. Let's just try to see what they are doing. When we get stuck there. When they're just standing around. We'll move that to another monitor because I can see it better there. Let's just start the game. Load this again. Then I want to just go through most of them. Okay, so the old man is in idle mode for some reason. And he's not getting out of that. Airship captain is sleeping. Puppet wizard is in idle. Yeah, most of them are in idle. And they always return to idle. I think that might be the issue. Yeah, they are all in idle. That's why they are not doing anything. They're either sleeping or in idle. This is the sleeping state. And I just switch to another character. He's in state key idle. Even though they should be moving around at work. So they should be at work, which is not set correctly. I have an idea. Because I think I'm just not setting that properly. Yeah, I'm setting ready for work. And here I'm setting sleeping, so now I'm setting sleeping up here. Let's just add another check like that. Even though it's morning, evening. Yeah, let's just add another check here. So if this is false, then we check the work start. And work end. And then we set this to at work. I think that might be the issue, that this is not set properly. So if it is time for them to work, then they should be at work. And at work is not set yet. And do the get ready for bed check first, so that we are not overwriting that. Now let's check that, see if that's doing anything that we want them to do here. I Okay, so now they're getting dressed. Let's see. Okay, so those two are moving around. But again, I needed to get close to them. Okay, so she's moving around, and he's moving around. No? Hmm. So it works for some of them, but not all. Yeah, and these are also not moving at all, doing nothing. Ah, damn it. Okay, so those two moved a bit, but not much. And he's stuck again. Really strange. Okay, so now she's leaving the house. But it doesn't look like she's using the right. Waypoints? Oh no. They do use the right waypoints. But it's still the issue that I need to basically stand in front of them and only then they do something. And then they, for no reason, get stuck on their way. Oh, nice. Okay, sure. So she left the house. That's good. So maybe I just need to find a way so that the AI is ticking properly when the player is not around. And no, that's not where you should go. Damn it. And now stuff like that happens. Damn it. But that's something I haven't figured out yet in all my time playing around with the engine. How to get proper avoidance working and stuff like that. Yeah, and for some reason she didn't go home. She just collapsed there. Yeah, the other guy is trying to get to the location, but can't get to it because the tolerance is not big enough. Let's see. Move to filter class. So this is set to 10. This is set to 5. Fixed its distance out to the threshold between the end goal location. Destination reach test. So let's set this to 50, which would be half a meter. And let's see if that changes anything. Here we have merchant query filter. Set this to default. Okay, let's set that. Let's see if that changed anything. So let's see. They didn't activate on their own. No. Okay, now they... Maybe they start to leave the house at 9. Maybe that's something I didn't remember correctly. So, do we have this guy in here? Okay, so he's standing around back here. Okay, so he left the house. What? Where are you going? He's definitely not following the spline that I told him to follow. See if he's reaching his destination at all. I mean, he's also completely ignoring every waypoint that he has. Why is he standing there? Oh my god. The whole system's completely broken. Smith never moved. Yeah. Ah, damn it. So let's see. So the door opened there and the guard is coming down here. Even though, no, she's just walking up a bit and then she's going back in her house. No. She's just finding her own way, kind of, and failing completely. Oh, and now she's moving again. Nice of you, even though you should stop in a moment. You will just sit down there and then get undressed, right? Yeah, she definitely has an issue finding the way up here. Or the tolerance is too much. Yeah, she's... Ah, damn it. So it's not proper units, it's something else. So I need to set the tolerance lower, because she is patrolling, but with a really high tolerance here. Yeah, and she just sat down there. Ah, damn it. Okay, so he's here and kind of doing something. Hello. I'm trying to fix my AI and it's completely misbehaving. Not just misbehaving, but strangely completely ignoring what I tell it to do. And doing completely different things that I never told them to do. So it's a bit strange. Who's getting undressed here all the time? So, okay, she seems to be in a loop that she's... okay, so she's in a loop that she's not really... She shouldn't sleep yet, but she's getting ready for bed and changes into sleep mode. Okay, because I had set a bigger time frame for her to do other stuff. It is. Or maybe I'm just doing it completely wrong. That could also be the case. So I'm trying to use a behavior tree and keep it as, yeah, not simple, but as modular as possible, so that I can add specific locations to the world, and if they hit a trigger there, they do specific things. So in this case, I do have a chair that they would sit down in. Oh, that reminds me, I should put the chair here somewhere. Right. That's exactly what I want them to do. And they kind of do that sometimes, but only if I walk past them and kind of wake them up. Sometimes. Or they just ignore me in some other cases. Or they just stand around like she is. Okay, now she's doing her routine again, but she's just lying down here on the street. Even though she should go home and then lie down at her home location, which is here. And then try to lie down on the bed. But nope. She's not doing that. She just flops down there and ignores everything else. So that's an issue. Okay, so yeah, here. When I tell her to move back home, but I think I just... One thing that I noticed is that they are not using the splines at all. Or not completely, basically. Some of them are using them, some don't. And I think I need to go through them and make sure that everything is set up properly. So okay, here we have the pass blind set to the west gate guard. And this guard in here. She has pass blind west gate guard 2, which is this one. And that should lead her around here. But you saw where she walked along. She got out of her house, tried to walk this way, noticed, oh, I'm not fitting there. Then she walked around the house, up here, and looked around here, tried to get down, and got confused. And so she's completely ignoring the pass line that I set for her, which is not completely following the path, but using the spline points as waypoints to walk along, basically, so that they kind of follow the road and not do what they did here. So yeah, AI is definitely fun to play around with. And in some cases I'm losing more here than make progress. I also wanted to move this chair here a bit closer to the waypoint, so that she's using it to sit down. And then we have a chair here as well, I think. Is that a chair? Yeah, that's a chair, but it's not visible in the world properly. Let's see. I hope so. I really hope so. So let's have a look in here. There's something here, something strange here as well, because there is a waypoint up here. Work location Baker 2. Work location Baker. Work location Baker 1. And they are set up, but they are not going to the one up here. Maybe I should need to move these a bit further apart. Let's just add a chair in here. So that once she hits that, they hit this trigger here, or go to this location, they should try to sit down. And let's just add another one over here. Just so that we have a bit more variation. Oh, wait. This needs to be in the right level. Okay, so now it's town AI, and we should be able to pick that. Okay, there's something broken with the terrain here. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, and this guy also did something strange, because you should leave the house and then follow this line. Go around here and then inside here. But for some reason he stopped here and didn't go to the last spline point. And then he didn't do anything more. Just saw that he did that, and I didn't notice that earlier. So is that work location is not set, so get pass point, and let's see. So the pass blind reference should be set. And then we go to the next index. And if I increase the index properly, this is happening. Yeah, I'm getting the number of spline points, -1, which should give me the last point. I would love to finish this game at some point, if it's not breaking every day. I mean, I'm breaking it in some cases, but it's also breaking on its own. So... And the other thing is, if they hired me, that would say that they pay me, but I'm not getting paid by anyone at the moment. Not really. So, yeah. It's a nice theory, but sadly not true. I mean, if they hire me and pay me properly, I would probably do that, but nah. Not the case. And I know that it was a joke. Sorry. I didn't want to get snappy. I mean, Unity kind of scared me away from Unity at that time. So that had nothing to do with Unreal. Okay, so why are you not working the way you should? Okay, so let's see. Where is this? Server ports. So this is not set. Yeah, so we go in here. We are setting that. Then we go here and check if this is set or not. If it's not set, we walk to our work location, which should be the spline. If it is valid. And it should be valid if we set it up in game here. So this guy should have a valid pass spline reference because we set it up in here. That's strange, but this was completely ignored. So let's go through this and check this out again. So we go in here, we try to cast for the owner controller. So if that's true, but this should be true, then we go and check if this is valid. Let's just do something else here and see if that might be an issue. Could always be the case that I broke something early and cannot find the controller. So far it doesn't look like that. Let's just wait a moment for the next time to go through, so we'll wait till 9 and see what's happening then. Are you moving? Okay, so you are moving now. Okay, so we don't get any controller not found issues. Okay, so she's following the spline. At least, mostly. Okay, so he also followed the spline. But I think the distance to the goal is too much. So go back in here. This is too much. Okay, let's see if that's better. Okay. Let's save all. And try this again. Yeah, the biggest issue is that I basically need to run to them and then tell them, hey, move. Okay. Let me just check something here. No. We do have a proper nav mesh here, so they should be able to get in here. Because she's trying to get to that waypoint. I think the radius is still too big. So that might be an issue. Okay, and he's completely stuck here and is not doing anything. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see, we have the old man. Let's try to find the... I think I know what the issue is. Yeah, we have the issue that they jump back to the idle. Damn it. Since I added in the idle here, everything breaks down. Fall back to idle. That should only fall back to idle on talk and vision check. Here it should work properly. Okay. What's happening if I do this? Probably even more unpredictable behavior. Oh yeah, I also can try to just connect that, because that worked as well. No, it shouldn't make a difference. So the old man is just moving around. And let's check here. The airship dock worker is trying to move to his work location, which is not the case. It shows him trying to move there, but he's still in here. So the behavior tree is doing one thing. They go through stuff, but they are not really doing that. So they're kind of stuck. Doing something. So airship dock worker. Yeah, he's trying to go there, but I think it's... That doesn't look right. Because it's never going in here. That is really strange. They're all acting strange. I mean, no, the innkeeper should do the proper thing. Yeah, the innkeeper is getting a random point and is moving to that. And that's the longest task here. So these are blinking and here it is working for them. So if I go back in here and check, he's moving around there. And he's moving to random points on his waypoint manager. And I think he has 4 or 5 different points that he should walk to. So it should work, but it's not working the same for all of them. But another thing is that I loaded him in. When I loaded in the game, then I moved that character to his work location. And I think that might be the thing that's kind of working for him at the moment, but not working for the rest, because these two just walked from home to their work location, or they didn't even reach the work location. That's their issue at the moment. Their work location is in here. Oh, now they... The hell? Do I need to kick you? Damn it. Seems like I need to kick my characters here, and... they only behave if I'm checking up on them. Because by the looks of it, she is doing her patrol. Yeah, she is. So she should do her work now. But this guy out here is just ignoring us. Yeah, he's freaking out. This guy is still doing what he's supposed to do. Let's just check if she is actually doing what she's supposed to do. So let's see. Let's try to find her. Yeah, that's the warehouse worker. Her state is at work, and she's doing the right routine here. So that's good. But the other guy is not working. What was he? Airship dock worker. So what is he doing? Okay, so he's stuck seeing the player, which is true, but if we move away, he should do something else. So let's check what he's doing now. So he's still getting ready for work. When he changes his state to at work, runs through here once, and oh, I think I know what the issue might be, that he's doing a patrol, but he's not supposed to do a patrol. Why is he jumping over here? Sometimes it's jumping over getting ready for bed. I think I know what the issue is. He is getting confused with his times here. Because for some reason those are not set properly. Yeah. Yeah, I think the times here are bugged. So that's why he's getting issues there. Damn it. The big issue I have with the whole system is that every time I look for tutorials to tell me if I may be doing something wrong, all the tutorials stop after the absolute basic stuff. So you have a following AI that runs after the player, and you have combat AI, simplest combat AI, and that's all that you can find. But if you want to go deeper and have a bit of simulation in your game, I couldn't find anything yet. So I might do a lot of stuff wrong, and maybe it's a completely wrong approach for what I want to do, what I'm doing here. But I don't know that because I can't find anything about that. Even the tutorials I bought stop at the basics. So that's a big issue. I need to ask O'Connors how he's doing his AI. But I think he's not doing behavior trees at all. And I think he's doing all his work in the AI controller. And has a lot of states there and stuff like that. So he's basically doing a state machine and not use a behavior tree. Not sure. Tasks like eating, drinking? No. Doesn't sound familiar. The problem is that most AI tutorials I found that go a bit deeper completely build their AI in C++, and I'm working in Blueprints. So that's another issue that I have. But I need to look those up. Maybe I can find what you're talking about. And maybe I'm just doing something wrong and I'm using behavior trees in a completely wrong way. Could definitely be the case. Because all the unpredictable behavior that I found so far is all something going wrong in the behavior tree. Making game ready AI. Can you post a link? I mean, I can also search for it, but if you have a link handy, then that's good. Okay, I found it. It's probably the same thing that... Ah, okay, that could be an issue because I noticed that even some of the documentation is different and as a result doesn't work anymore. Let's start that. So what did I find here? Is it the same? Yeah, it's the same. Okay. I will look through that. No, let's see, how long is that? Ooh. That's quite long. 15.5 hours. Yeah, but maybe I can find something by skipping through. Because I don't want to sit and watch the whole thing, to be honest. So I sadly don't have the time for that. But I will definitely have a look at that on the weekend. Maybe I can have it running on the side when I'm doing other stuff. Okay, fix something here. Yeah, but I will definitely have a look at it. Maybe it's just what I need and my approach is completely different because I haven't done anything like this before, so it's could definitely be the case that there are better ways to work with AI than what I'm using. Okay, that's a bit better here. Okay. Yeah, but the problem is I'm handling something that's also akin to magic because it breaks every second day. And it's not behaving the way I want it to. So it's a nice analogy that you have there. Trying to handle powers that I don't control 100%. Okay, but I think I might stop here for today. And maybe I start watching the first 1 or 2 videos of the playlist before going to bed. And let's see. Oh, one thing I wanted to test. Where did I put it? Here. I just wanted to see if that works at least. So, is he sitting down there or not? It's the last test that I'm doing here, and then I'm stopping for today. Because the interaction worked on the test map. So let's see if it also works here. Though the chair is turned around. Oh, okay, so yeah, it works. Even though the rotation doesn't work, but he's sitting down. That's awesome. So at least some of the system works the way it's supposed to. So basically every time he goes to that waypoint, he's sitting down for a moment and then just continue running around. The only issue that I have with that is, as you can clearly see, is that he's not rotating properly. But that's something I need to look into at another time. Okay, so that works. So I made a bit of progress, not much, but a bit. And that would be all for today. So I am not sure if I will do anything on Sunday because I have a lot of work over the weekend with preparing for a D&D session next weekend and almost no time for it during the week. So not quite sure if I managed to get time to do a bit of a Satisfactory or something like that. But I should definitely be back on Monday for more of this. And hopefully I had a bit of time to watch at least parts of the videos there and maybe find something in those that helps me. So, I want to try to rate someone, so stay in chat a bit. Just have a look at people who are online and then rate someone. So let's have a look. Who is online? Who can we rate? Okay. Yeah, okay, so he's online. Let's rate this guy. Strange that he changed his name, but there we go. And try to rate him. Okay, so let's rate him, and I'm off. Bye bye.